Hello and welcome! Silrace here with The Division. This is a guide on how to rather easily and safely deal with the hunter and extract from the survival mode. Now of course you first have to get into the dark zone and fill your bags up with loot and so on, so you actually want to extract. Then go and do a little bit of crafting. Firstly, I highly recommend you get your hands on the first aid skill. This is very useful, so try and get first aid skill and some food. Energy bar or canned food, preferably canned food because it lasts longer, but energy bars will do in a pinch. And also, craft yourself a marksman rifle, preferably the golden M44. This thing will kill the hunter in 2 back-to-back headshots. However, that does require a little bit of aiming skill, so this strategy might be a little bit more difficult on the console to do on a controller because you really want those headshots. With a purple M44 you can definitely do this as well, but I highly recommend getting the golden M44. Other marksman rifle can do as well, but it will require more than 2 headshots then to deal with the hunter. After you have your first aid and your marksman rifle, head over to here. This is the extraction point in Dark Zone 2 of the Dark Zone piece of the survival map. So, Dark Zone 2 DZ02 extraction point. So head there. So why this extraction point? Simply because on the other side of a street there is a rope you can climb to get up, which will put you on a higher elevation level than the extraction point here. That means you can snipe down onto the hunter from above with your marksman rifle. Let me show you how this is done. So you call your extraction and you start heading off to that rope you can climb. Note though that there are 2 ways down. Firstly, there is this ladder here you can climb down, and if you press the sprint key, at least on PC, I don't know if it's the same key on console, you will slide down a set of stairs, going down even faster. And go that way. Or you can go down the construction ramps, and you also saw me drop a turret, because I was testing out that as well, like dropping a turret, using the turret skill to keep the hunter busy. Either the hunter kills the turret or hacks it, one or the other, but it keeps the hunter distracted for a bit, and this actually worked fairly well even with the ramp being slower than sliding down the ladder. Another thing to note is that the street you have to cross has 2 patrolling NPCs, and I do recommend taking these guys out before you attempt the extraction. That way you don't accidentally have them aggroing in on you as well while you are dealing with the hunter, running to the rope and so forth. Alright? Do that. Now admittedly this doesn't always work, depending on the hunter's actual spawn location on the extraction point and how fast it decides to rush towards you while you are running away. So there might be a chance that it will shoot you down from the rope. So watch out for that, and that is also another reason to maybe get the turret skill and use the turret to distract the hunter for an extended period of time as well while you get up this rope. Now once you are up the rope, be very patient. You have now the high ground, the elevation level on the hunter. So take your time, land those 2 headshots if you have the gold M44, and then go and extract. There is no reason to rush this and die needlessly at the moment. I am doing this in the background footage with a random weapon I found other than the gold M44 and in full green gear. The hunter hits me extremely hard, but as you can see I can always pull back to heal. eat your canned food or energy bars to get your health regeneration going, and use the first aid skill, and preferably also have a med kit so you can heal, you know, revive or heal up as necessary, as needed. And then take your time, kill the hunter, land those headshots. Note though, you can try to throw grenades at the hunter, and the hunter will try to throw grenades at you, but because of this positioning, it's kind of awkward to try to get a grenade over there onto the hunter. Like, it's very difficult to aim right onto the hunter's hiding spot and so forth. But anyway, keep at it and you will eventually take down the hunter and you will win. And if you have the turret skill, you can even try to use that still to create another distraction to draw the hunter out to shoot at the turret or try to hack it. It's very scary though if the hunter manages to hack it from a distance and so on. Alright, I'm going to let you watch another thing here in the same spot as I am dealing with two hunters because somebody else ran into my extraction, spawned a second hunter and promptly died to the two hunters. So I have two hunters to deal with and, well, you get to see how that goes. And finally, once the hunter or hunters have been dealt with and so on, you just run across the street up to the extraction point and get into the helo and extract. And there you have it. Your survival run complete with all the loot you managed to bring with you.